love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted.
Tune with a tune. What is going on, Unks? What is going on? How are you, baby?
Oh man, we're here fighting a good fight, as I say. Fighting a good fight. I even changed my background for you. You know what I mean?
Nice.
That's appreciation I got for you, bro.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, man, I was just waiting for obviously Anton and that, see if they're gonna come on. I did invite them. I invited everybody, to be fair. Let's just make it a party before the real party, you know what I mean? Getting ready for the Carabao Cup final. We could discuss, what's happened to us in the Champions League as well. You know what I mean? It didn't look good. It didn't look good, to be fair, Unks. And I didn't. Listen, I got angry about it, but I get over it straight away. Looking at the squad as a whole, and you got to be realistic, about what we've done this season, which is amazing in my opinion. I mean, I didn't expect to challenge for the title. I didn't expect us to do what we did in the Champions League in the beginning before we got fatigued and everybody got tired. And we're the Carabao Cup final. And there's a strong possibility we could win 2 trophies this season. So that's why I'm more calmer than usual. The thing is, what people need to understand about the game against PSG, the better team won. You have to accept it for what it is. You know what I mean? And you just got to admit it. The wrong way of going about, games is when you lie to yourself. You know what I mean? Like, we deserve to get through. We didn't play anywhere, near good enough in those 2 legs for us to get through. You know what I mean? If we were serious about it, we would have scored in the first few minutes of the game, which we had chances. You know what I mean? And afterwards, I think we just got tired and got lost in the game. And this is why we are where we are, which is without Champions League football, which we don't want it to be. But what did you think about it, Unks? Well, how do you see it, bro?
I mean, I looked at it. There's obviously the element of that, the best team won. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's something you can't sort of like hide from. But I think of it as a chance missed, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
A chance missed. And, we've talked about many times, we've talked about this, me and you, but we talked about the fact that the importance of having a strong squad.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? And I honestly feel it that every season and we fail to do so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We fail to strengthen our squad. So then what it is at the day, we come up against these teams at the day that may not be as good as us, but what is it they've got a stronger squad than us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And a stronger squad does
count. You got to be a realist, innit? You got to be real with yourself. You see things like that.
Because they're able to bring on fresh players. You know what I mean? And we're able to bring on just a bare minimum of fresh players. Because you saw like Curtis Jones when he come on. I mean, to be honest, he looked more tired than anything. You know what I mean? No, more tired than obviously crap or what a lot of people were saying. Do you know what I mean? And you have people like Ryan Gravenberch that look tired because what he does, the amount of sort of like running he does at the end of the day, because what it is that what people don't realize at the end of the day, right? Because obviously people are seeing the good side of Gravenberch, and that to me at the end of the day, I can applaud, but they don't realize what job he's doing.
Yeah.
He's playing a 6 and an 8 at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now that's very hard to do. Do you know what I mean? It's very hard to do. Then you got people like Trent Alexander that's gone down with the injury.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think most of that's down to fatigue. Konate went off with the injury.
Yep.
And they're saying that he's going to be playing on Sunday. So that's fatigue. Do you know what I mean?
That's what he said. He said, I think it was a cramp and a tiredness at the same time.
Yes.
Listen, I can't disagree with that, because if you look at Konate, how many times since he's been here, he's played this many games. So he's an honest player at the end of the day. So it is what it is with him.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I mean, to be fair, Do you know what I mean? It's like I saw a lot of tired players there on Wednesday night. Tuesday night. A lot of tired players, and like I think I was always gonna we was always gonna come unstuck with that. Do you know what I mean? Because like you cannot go for 4 major cups with a thin squad. It just can't happen, mate.
Nope.
There's only so much times you can rotate these players at night before they start getting really, really tired. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I say that to me at the day it was like a chance missed.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, can't take anything away from PSG. They played the game, they played well, and they're through to the to quarterfinals to play Aston Villa. Do you know what I mean? And that's another thing that I want to touch on as well, right? And I also spoke to you about this. I mean, we topped the group, we won the group, so like come first in that group, we won that group, out of 8 teams, and we're getting like PSG, and you got people like Aston Villa that got Club Brugge really and truly at the day. We all knew they was going to beat Club Brugge. We all know it's going to happen. You got Arsenal at the day, right? Now, if you look at Aston Villa, they're just about qualified.
Yeah.
They come 8th, didn't they? They come 8th.
Yeah, they did,
Right? Arsenal come 3rd, I do believe. They came 3rd. And they got PSV Eindhoven. And the last time PSV Eindhoven they played them in London. The last time we played them in London, they beat them 6-0. I think that was in the Europa Cup? No, it was in the Champions League. One of them two anyway. They beat them 6-0. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you knew that was going to be a walkover. Yeah. Dortmund had Lille. Yeah. So you knew Dortmund was going to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The only other hard one that you can probably say was like Bayern Munich and Bayer Leverkusen, been just obviously on what they've done last season. Do you know what I mean? They did splits last season, But then you had Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, where Atletico Madrid haven't beat them in that competition yet.
Yeah,
they haven't beaten them in the competition yet. Finals, semi-finals, I think even the quarterfinals, right? Real Madrid have beaten Atletico Madrid. So you knew at the end of the day, sort of like after a while, it would be a situation where, let's go put up resistance. But you knew at the end of the day that Real Madrid was going to triumph. We was the only ones really at the day that had the hard, sort of like really hard draw. And I feel myself, why are we getting such a hard draw if we won the freaking group?
Exactly.
That's the only problem that I had as well.
Yeah, it was a strange one. Big up Lee, man. Big up JK and big up Nalante. Lee, what's going on, bro? You good?
Yeah, good, mate. I've got over my disappointment now. Winning a trophy will get rid of them blues. I mean, PSG showed a really good start. It was a twat of a draw. Pardon my French, but it was a twat of a draw, wasn't it? To finish first the way we did, win, was it 7 out of 7, and then we obviously played, a very much a shadow side, didn't we, in Eindhoven? It was just a really bad draw, but they show what a good side they are, and I would back them to beat Villa. And they'd probably give Madrid a good game, looking at how they played against us in them 2 games. If they play like that against Madrid, it'll be a close one. It'll be a close game. And it will be a game I'll have my eye on and want to see. Want to see how this PSG side does as they go through the competition now. But yeah, I've got over it. And we always got next season, haven't we? And hopefully we'll be strong in it next season as well. We just hopefully next season we'll look at it and we don't have to finish absolute top, do we now? Maybe just finish fourth and see what they give us this time.
You know what I would do? Sorry to cut across you. You know what I'd do? I would tell them guys, do the bare minimum, just finish within that. Top
avoid the playoffs.
Avoid the playoff. Finish in that top 8. Even you finish 8th, that's fine. Just do the bare minimum, because you've seen what happens when you finish first. You know what I mean? You get screwed over. So you know what I mean? Yeah.
1 second, guys. Let me just go to the comments. Big up, Edward, as always. Big up, brother. Thanks for everybody that's tuned in. Obviously, I gave you guys a heads up this time. We're coming on, and whoever wants to come on, Let me know. We send you the link. You come on. We're having a party here today. Party before the real party. So just come on and enjoy it with us as well. Abioni says, please like, share, and subscribe, people, if you're new. Appreciate that. Big up American Scouser. I love that channel. Please go and subscribe to it. He's amazing. He's got a nice crew over there. Very nice. I enjoy watching it. Let me just put it that way. We're feeling good, man. We're feeling good. We've gotten over the disappointment. Let's just put it that way. You know what I mean? Let's go, champ. Back, Steve. What's going on, Steve? Big up the Irish man, of course. Big up, brother. Part of this channel. He does his bits here, and obviously he's got his own channels also. So please go and subscribe to him as well. Nalante, what's going on, brother? What's going on? How's it going, man?
Yeah, all good. I've got rods. Me there, Bridget. Yes, Rods. Long time, Bridget. You say, Rods. Me there, Bridget. Yeah.
Tie for a minute. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, my Bridget. Oh, my Rods. Has
anybody seen that? Sorry, because it's a sidetrack. Yeah. Has anybody seen that video on YouTube? Rich Millionaire. Have you seen it?
So I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have,
If you haven't seen it, right, look on YouTube and look on Rich Millionaire. Type in Rich Millionaire, right? It is so funny. Sorry, carry on, bro. Big up.
No, all good, Rods, man. Big up, man. Good to see you, man. Yeah, big up the chat, big up the panel, man. Big up Self Fuzz. I mean, obviously, don't want to speak to you, Fuzzy. You're obviously just blocking the airways. You know what I mean? Get off here, mate. Let the four of us chat.
I will get off in a minute.
Big up. No.
Big up, JK. What's going on, brother? Partner in crime. What's going on?
I'm all good, bro. I hope you guys too. Uncle Rads, long time no see. Hope you're cool, bro.
Big up.
Lee Nalante as usual.
I've been listening to your shows and when you doing the shows, JK, in the background. I've been listening still, so you know what I mean. I've been supporting you still. You know what I mean?
Oh, bless, bro. Appreciate
you're a good person. You're good. You're a good person, man.
Thank you, bro. Nice one.
Yeah, you guys are amazing. Everybody's
Let's
amazing.
put the chat as well.
Yes,
Irishman.
So, guys, obviously, me and Uncle Rods and Lee have talking a bit about the Champions League. Are you guys over it now, or are you still upset about what's happened? You know what I mean? But let me read the comment before I go on. The better side went through. Steve says PSG, they played the better 40 over 2 legs. You're spot on, bro. We could say we played one half good at Anfield, but I've never seen a team come to Anfield and did what PSG was doing throughout the game, to be fair. So, listen, I've always said it. Champions accept defeat and come back stronger. That's what champions do, and that's what I'm expecting from our football club. And I'm hoping you guys are expecting that next season as well. And obviously this season to win it. But yeah, JK, what's going on, bro? What do you guys and Atlanta? What do you guys think about the Champions League exit? Are you guys still upset about it? Any of you?
You want to go? Well, for me, bro, I got over it the day after, knowing we got a final on Sunday.
Yeah.
We can't change the score. I think when you really look at it, we conceded 1 goal in all that time, including injury time and extra time and stuff. So it was one of them type of games. I think even if we got a corner goal, at the end of normal time, we had that injury time about 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
We had a corner, bang, score that corner. We don't want to go into extra time, But for me, that's done and dusted now. I'm looking forward to this game on Sunday. We've got to get mentally ready for that game.
Yeah, me too, man. That's what it's all about, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, guys, obviously, there's lots of stuff to chat about. We're talking about the players. As Edward says there, I noticed the Gravenberch doesn't really do those turns anymore. I think the players is what a lot of us have said. I think that the players have reached their limit at the moment. I don't think we're seeing their true quality as we was doing in the beginning of the season. I think the season has caught up with them, and the problem I think we're facing as well is what's coming off the bench ain't as good as what we see on the pitch, and that's what's worrying me at the moment, obviously, because we've got 9 cup finals to go, and we've got another cup final, which is 10, obviously over the weekend. Lee, what do you think, mate? I think we should have signed a few more players, obviously, even
definitely.
in January.
It's been a hectic schedule. Look, we always love signings. We didn't get them. The main thing for us is winning the league. But I think what it showed this season and then going out the Champions League is that the schedule was just a bit too hectic for the squad to cope with. We haven't got the midfield subs. He doesn't seem to, as much as we like Endo and Harvey Elliott, he doesn't seem confident to use them from the starting games. They only come on, belatedly, don't they, for 20 minutes or something. So Jones is the only real midfield sub he's got to make changes, and you need to be able to make changes in midfield, mate. It's okay changing your forwards, it's okay changing your fullbacks, but you need to be able to change your midfielders in games, don't you? Within games, and to be able to rest them and still be a stronger side. And I think that showed that we do need work on the squad in the summer, don't we? It's really brought it into focus that we do need a bit of work on the squad. And you would expect it anyway, because we've been quiet for 2 windows. Arnie hasn't had any players coming in. So we've had sub goalie who's not here yet, who's still on loan. Sorry, sub goalie, second goalie who's on loan still. We've had Chiesa, but he hasn't had any signings yet. And I think it did show a little bit, especially when you've seen Kvaratskhelia in the PSG side. I mean, for them to go out and buy him in January, it just makes you think, doesn't it? What could have been if we'd have brought a midfielder in January that could have took the load off Grav, because he's the one who looks to be a bit leggy and listless, doesn't he, at the moment? And he's just had no chance to rest him. He admitted after the Southampton game, didn't he, about Szoboszlai, but I'd say he should have said that about Gravenberch as well. He should never have played him in that game.
Yeah.
And maybe we'd have had to lose it, but we could have afforded to lose it looking back, couldn't we? If it would have meant we went into the Paris game stronger. None of us wanted to, and it does give us that chance now. You said there's 9 cup finals left, and we've got to get as many points on the board as we can, haven't we, to win it in style.
Something along the lines of
let's do this number 20 in style and get as many points as we can.
I think they said something along the lines, isn't it? 4 wins and 1 draw, but it depends on Arsenal. They keep dropping points, so it could be earlier, if you know what I mean, Lee. So, we just got the most important thing, in my opinion. I don't know if you guys agree with me. Is we just got to back the lads now. That's all we can do. You know what I mean? They're trying their best. You know what I mean? Like, some people are having a go at them, saying, we shouldn't be at the Champions League and all that stuff. Whatever happens, happened. But now, let's just support the guys through this, stages of the season. And I guarantee you, all 5 of us here, if someone offered us the Champions League and Premier League, which one do you want? All of us will say probably the Premier League, right? Am I wrong here? You know what I mean? So
one of each, innit? One of each.
Yeah, everybody will say Premier League, because the Premier League is the one that's gonna, make us, the best team in England and Europe. So the best team, obviously, in the UK. So yeah, this is what we want in the first place. Let's crawl before we walk. You know what I mean? We're gonna get there eventually. Next season, I'm expecting us to do much better than what we're doing this season in the Champions League, if you know what I mean.
I hope so.
So we're gonna sign players. We're gonna, hopefully, there can't be another season we're not gonna sign players. Let's just put it out.
Quick thing here. Do you honestly reckon that we're signing players? Because you know what it is today. It's
they've
like,
got no choice. They've got no choice.
I know they've got no choice.
Even the loyal fans towards the owners are gonna come out and say, "You got to sign some players now."
Yeah, I know they've got no choice.
Arne Slot is gonna stay around Liverpool, and he's gonna still use the same players season in and season out. And calls it can't happen. You know what I mean?
I know, but the thing is about it, right? It was a situation that couldn't happen 3 or 4 years ago. It couldn't and shouldn't have happened. I'm just saying that today, right? Are they going to break a habit of a lifetime, or are they just going to sort of say, well, look, I mean, they probably give us 1 or 2, because right, what it is at the day is all right. Obviously, buying players at the day, right? But what I noticed, what they do, they buy you the bare minimum. They get the bare minimum. They don't always plug all the holes that they need to plug. You know what I mean? So it always leaves about 2 or 3 holes left. You know what I mean? They might decide, go out and buy a striker and a winger. But we all know we need a 6, and we need a centre back, and we need a left back. Do you understand what I'm getting at?
Yeah, I know what
what they might do is like what they normally do. This is what they normally do, right? They either A, don't buy anybody, or if they do buy somebody, they buy the bare minimum, right? And if for some reason at the end of the day, right, they do a crazy one and buy all the players that we want, we will pay for that in the long run, like we did in summer. Because what they did in summer, they sold off quite a bit of assets, like players and that, right? Sold them off, made money for the buyback clause. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and that was all in a way of making the money back what they spent the previous summer when they bought people like Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, and McAllister. Do you know what I mean? It was all to sort of like, you know, make that money back. Because apparently what it is with Mamadashvili, the goalkeeper, apparently they haven't spent any money on him yet. They're gonna wait.
I checked Wikipedia. They haven't spent anything. It's just
they haven't spent. That's what I'm saying. They haven't spent any money yet. So really and truly,
the first refusal, innit, or something along those lines.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So really and truly, what it is, and they made a lot of money. They made a lot of money last summer. Yeah, and Chiesa, the one with Chiesa, that money there was spent out of like the money they got from Dominic Solanke. It was spent out of that. So they haven't really, they haven't spent any money. I'm just hoping at the end of the day, right? They like this summer. I'm really hoping this summer they do the right thing. Just do the right thing. That's what we want to do. Do the right thing.
They have to. They have to.
They have to.
Yeah. Guys, take over the floor. JK, Nalante, Lee. You know, to start speaking about what we're speaking about now. What are you guys expecting? I mean, let me read the comments before we go on. Big up Dara, man. Big up, brother. Big up Paul Smith. Big up, brother. Big up Michael. What's Michael saying here? Let me just get it up there. He's saying has Slot used the squad well enough? Hard to critique because we're 15 points top though. It's hard to critique. You're right, Michael. But the thing is, mate, we could have had more trophies if we obviously had some signings through the door as well. If you know what I mean. So to me, like, the squad is taken to the limit. This is why I'm not really upset at the players or anything like that, because they're trying their best. You know, like sometimes when you play football, we play so much football, the brain doesn't connect with the feet, you know, the legs, sorry. So this is what's happening. You see some of our players when they're running back, they're running like with heads like this. They're not even catching up with anybody. If you look at the PSG game, they were right behind the midfield continuously and attacking continuously, and we couldn't do nothing about it. Hence why we couldn't score goals anymore, because it was done. It was fine. But JK, Nalante, and Lee, what do you guys think, guys? In regards to the transfers, that is, you know, what Uncle was just talking about over the summer. Do you trust his ownership or
no, 100% not. Look at the windows, bro. When we needed signings, this January just gone. And then we got a DM in. You're world-class DM, a DM who can do a job along with Gravenberch and Endo. Endo hasn't been used enough for me. Like, would you use him on Sunday? I would use him if we're going to play 4 in the midfield. But when it comes to transfers, bro, I gave up a long time ago with these owners. So I remember the old days, we were all accountants and working out how this guy's going to get this wage and this, that. We've got this much to spend. Bollocks. These guys just want to make money for themselves and do it discreetly when they want to buy players.
Yeah.
Only when they have to, they'll buy it. Otherwise, they don't buy no one.
True. I agree.
What about you, Nalante? I don't know if he's there, but Lee, what do you think? Oh, so you're there? No, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, just on the same guy. Look, let's keep it 100. Everyone's an expert in social media. Everyone's an expert. A lot of our fans are the top reds. Listen, man, we all have our knowledge. We all been born in different areas. We know what we know, but you get certain. I won't name certain names, podcasters, for obvious reasons. You know, obviously Rods and Fuzzy, that group chat. But anyway, there's certain man that like to say, "Oh yeah, I got the sauce. Yeah, Guardiola. No, he's coming. All right. No. I've got the friend. I got the link. No, it's gone. Or Endo. No, he's going to Inter Milan in January. No. It's a source. I know. And then the false flat on the faces, which is embarrassing. You got some of these disappointing, and again, I'm going to be abrupt.
First of all, go
Yeah.
and watch Liverpool. Innit? Go to the stadium and watch Liverpool before you got a source. Come on, man. You know what I mean? You can get
I know, exactly. Yeah. It's like me saying to you, it's like me saying to you guys, oh no, VVD is definitely going to sign. No. I know a friend of a friend, is VVD's brother. It's just, come on, man. Like, be real, man. We're guessing, man. We're guessing that. If I said that, I expect you, all four of you, to cuss my clerks. You know what I mean? To cuss me, you know what I mean? And I deserve it because I don't know anything. All we know is what is reported. We can have opinions reporting, and that's the problem. Some of our fan bases, it just gets on my nerves. But back to the transfer, FSG. Look, I'm gonna just lay it out. I've said it over and over again. 15 years since 2010, this board has been in there. 1 Premier League, 1 Champions League. I repeat, 1 Premier League, 1 Champions League. Now, for other teams, it might be good, but not for Liverpool Football Club. And again, I'm not expecting us to win every season. I get that. Things can change, injuries, teams, etc. But let's be real. We should be sitting here saying we've had at least 2-3 Premier Leagues, or at least a back-to-back or 2 European Cups. But some of it, and again, some of the players, some of it Klopp has to blame. As good as Klopp has been, he's brought us back to the big time. Klopp has got something to blame. And the owners. Now, we appreciate the outside things of what the owner's done in terms of not leaving Anfield, revenue to the community, etc. The new training ground, obviously better facilities, the players. But when the time's to strike hot, and I'll give you an example, the 2020-21 season, January, we were top. We were on the trajectory of defending that title. Matip, Joey, my brother, Joey, BVD, what do? Just go and get a decent defender. And what does my man, you know what I mean, Rod? And then the guy, and he brings the hologram and Oban Kazbak. And then what happened there? The hologram, bro. Did you see him? I didn't. I only saw one defender. You know what I mean? This is what I'm saying. I only saw one defender. Mate, I only saw one signing. I know. I only saw one signing, not 2 guys. I mean, I only saw one signing. But you see, these are the silly little things. And then if you get that defender, we'll win the league. We'll do the back-to-back. Yeah. And these are the things that annoys me. And this is the thing about this ownership. At some point, enough is enough. Yeah. Now, again, I definitely think, Slot has come out, go BBC, etc. He said that we've spoken, Hughes, we are going to spend. So we are spending this, and we have to. Because look at the contract situation, which again, these waste men are just, dragging that. You know what Bayern Munich have done? Davis and Kimmich, 2 world-class quality players. And they were in the same position. You know what? Done that thing quietly. Exactly, Rod. And the man have signed up, secured. Bayern Munich can go again. Look at the crap we're dealing with. Man's regardless of the way Salah does it, I haven't been like it. But guys are actually saying to you, listen, I want to stay. How clear does it make? We're not saying offer him 1 million or 5 million, whatever, man. But come on, do the basics, man. Brother, Hughes, Edwards, you know the club. Bridget, you know the club. Yeah, you know the club. You know the club inside out. And you're not. But why don't you give Hughes the heads up? Direct him. Why? Look, we're Tilly down in right now. Yeah, we're going to win potentially. We're in the words of winning the league, but at the same time, we have to restart again next season. What kind of nonsense is that? Yeah. Why that's Liverpool FC? Why do we have to go there again? And it'll be another top 4 again. We're all speculating now. We hope, but so we'll be top 4 FC again next season. These man go. You can't expect Slot to do a miracle. So with his magic man to say, "Yo, we're gonna, this man," and this is the problem. And this is the problem. And so, you know what I'm saying, bro? So at some point, and all I'm saying is these owners sometimes it's going to get to a point in the next year or 2, he's got to put up or shut up. Or you're not going to invest in the club to be a power force like we were, then leave. Yeah. Then leave. Let someone else. I don't care who it is. Mate, I don't care if you, Fuzzy, JK, Lee, and Rod's do a consortium because you have the best interest of the club. You know what I mean? You man get together, albeit, man. Exactly, innit? I'll see I'm the friends with the new owners. Yes, exactly. Innit?
it's true what you're saying at the day. There comes a time. There does come a time at the day, right? I mean, no joking aside, there does come a time when we have to say to them, like, what is your sort of like intentions to this club? What are your intentions?
You have to. You have
because
to.
like
Yeah.
transfer window after transfer window, what it is, I think what people don't understand what we're saying today, right? Because people think that we want too much. People think that they were spoiled. It's not that. We just want them to do the right thing, and it's in transfer window after transfer window, right? That we've dropped the ball. We've dropped the ball, and what's actually happening? Whilst we're doing that, other teams that then like it Aston Villa, you know what I mean, like it Arsenal, and so forth, etc. They're getting stronger. They're getting stronger. Look at what Aston Villa done in the January transfer window. They brought in Marco Asensio on loan. They brought in Marcus Rashford on loan. All right, fair enough. Rashford, obviously, Rashford is never going to come to Liverpool. We know that. Do you know what I mean? Although
they still made the attempt to make themselves better and qualify for the next round of the Champions League.
Although Rashford at the day is a player that I've admired at the day for a long time. I've always said it at the day, right? I can imagine Rashford at the day playing under Jurgen Klopp. That would just be mad. That would just be mad. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is that these other clubs that they are making their intentions sort of like, known to say, well, look, at the end of the day, right, we want to get better. We want to go for more. Do you know what I mean?
You know what it is? Sorry to interrupt. You know what it is with Liverpool? I don't know if you guys noticed. Do you remember when these Americans that support Liverpool, who are, closer to Boston and all that stuff, tell us they have a 5-year project? What year are we in after the last league title that we won? What year are we in now since the last league title? When did we win the last league title? 5 years ago, right?
1920, wasn't it? 1920 season.
Oh, how many years is that? There you go. 5 years, exactly, guys. 5-year project. That's how it is. And
I don't think we're ever unrealistic either with our expectations. The Liverpool fan base, where signings are concerned, we don't expect us to buy the absolute best players for the top prices. We usually find players and make them in the Klopp era, don't we? But I don't know, other teams seem to get deals done easily enough. I'm always frustrated that we don't bring in players straight from South America in the way City brought in Alvarez and Douglas Luiz as well was another good one they brought in. Yeah, we could have a better scouting system, surely, in South America.
Brighton always do it. As well. Don't forget.
Caicedo, Baleba, both come straight from South America, didn't they? I think.
Yeah.
And Brighton said if Liverpool wants João Pedro, Liverpool have to pay 100 million. There's no way. There's no way he's worth that money. I'm sorry, he's not worth 100 million. No way.
Like 100 for João Pedro. He hasn't proved himself to be 100 million striker yet. He's a good striker. He scored some goals, but 100 million is a bit much, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit strong, isn't it?
It's too much. Let me read the comments, guys, before we go on here. Appreciate that about everybody. Here we go. Northred says we will buy with the money we get for selling. Don't be conned by these bullshitters. Owners, there will be no extra money. They don't care. We know that, bro. We know that. You know what I mean? But they have no choice in this summer. I mean, but to buy. That's what I'm trying to say. If you know what I mean, guys. We didn't buy anyone in the last couple of summers. So why are we gonna not, invest in this new coaching staff for these new coaching staff? You know what I mean? To improve the squad. If they don't, I think everybody that's on their side would finally wake up and say enough is enough. We're probably gonna have some protests or something going until they start either spending on a regular basis. Because I don't want to be. It's like what Northred said there. I don't want to be conned by these people, like in regards to buying players and then going back to normality after that. If you know what I mean, it would take them another couple of years to buy again. You know what I mean? It's like, I've seen it so many times. There's a lot of times like FSG do a certain thing, and then all of a sudden they go back to being FSG again. You know what I mean? I don't want to see that anymore. I want to see us progressing every season, getting better every season. That's what I want to see at this football club. I don't know if you guys agree with me, JK.
It's true.
The crazy thing about expenditure is we were able to get Firmino, Mane, and Salah for I think it was less than Man City paid for two fullbacks. Remember that one summer when Pep had first arrived, he got knocked out by Monaco in the Champions League, and then he went back to Monaco for Bernardo Silva and Mendy at left back. He bought Kyle Walker and Mendy, and together I think they cost 120 million, which was either the same or a little bit more than we paid for our. Our great front three, our much vaunted front three of Salah, Mane and Firmino, which is crazy when you think about it that way. And we got an entire forward line for what they paid for two fullbacks. Sort of shows you what Klopp was having to fight against with Guardiola. So for him to manage to get a title and a Champions League was good. He was up against them. We also had the handball from Rodri in 22. I mean, that was the first one that the PGMOL ever come out and apologised for. They said, yes, sorry, that was a handball from Rodri, should have been a pen. Sorry, it's not good enough, mate. We lost the league by a point. League by a point. League by a point. Yeah. And it just happened over the road at Goodison as well as stone's throw away from Anfield.
Yeah.
It's Ed Tierney. But Jürgen did well because he was up against that. Pep was just able to go out and go bang, 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 bang. Do you know what I mean? And he did well, didn't he, up against that Klopp? We have to say that, like, with these owners, the back, and I'd like to hear from Klopp in the future if he will say in the future, about the owners being a bit tight. That was one of the reasons he left, as well as VAR and everything else, and being tired. I'd love him to say that in the future. Yeah, they were a bit.
Never know. He might get a book out saying that. You never know, innit? There might be a book coming out saying that.
It was the thing when it got to me. I never thought of them as bad owners. I was indifferent. It was just our owners. And then it was when Virgil was injured, Gomez got injured days later. Matip, our only other remaining centre-half, played 6 games that season and finished just 3 of them. So when we didn't buy a centre-half, I was like, are we meant to be a serious big club? I mean, what is this? He said, COVID has affected the revenue. Went out and got Putty Thingy on loan, didn't he, the Turkish guy? And Ben Davis, and I just thought, what is this? I felt really sorry for Klopp when he had to come out in front of the cameras and say he was pleased with the Ben Davis signing.
That's true. Right. Yeah, the comment says, Fozzie said we are getting signings this summer. LOL, more Chiesa type. Listen, I think Chiesa was just there through the doors to stop us moaning. That's what it was. I don't think it was a signing for, it's just like an Arthur. You know what I mean? If you guys remember Arthur, it's similar size.
Oh, that's harsh.
Yeah, I've got to be honest. I haven't seen this guy play. So what do you want us to think? I mean, Arthur didn't play. So Chiesa's been treated the same. But have your say, guys. Have your say. I honestly think that it's like an Arthur signing.
Well, look at the other night. You rather played an injured Gappo than play a fit Chiesa. Tells you everything, doesn't it? Tells you everything.
His career's done.
Yeah, because when Gappo came on, you can tell that Gappo and then they wasn't fully fit, and he got Chiesa on the bench and they were that probably could have made a difference. You never know. Yeah. We will never know this now.
But yeah, what do you guys think? Brian, what's going on, bro? You good?
Yeah, no, good. I just said to come in. I haven't spoken to Rods in a long time, so I just want to come in.
Hey, big up, my friend. Big up, my friend. Look, it's been a long time. How you keep?
Been too long, Rods. It's been too long.
Yeah, he has actually. He has. As we'll do something pretty soon. Seriously, we'll do something very soon.
100%.
Definitely.
No worries, man. No worries. How are you as a family?
By the way. But yeah, but what do you think, Brian? How do you come into this? In regards to what we're talking about. The players that they don't look, themselves at the moment. They're tired. I said the depth of the squad has been exposed now. I don't think the players are to blame for what we've experienced in the last week or so, obviously in the Champions League as well. But what do you come into this, Brian, in regards to that?
Well, just on FSG. Sometimes it gets kind of misconstrued or whatever. I'm not going to stick up for him. I don't kind of back him, but I always say that I'm not shocked, surprised, disappointed because they came in and they told us what they were going to do, and they've done what they said they were going to do when they came in. They've always said, we won't be pumping a ton of money in. Now, I'm not saying good, bad. I'm just saying they've come in and they said, so I'm not sitting here, oh, why don't they do this? Why don't they do that? It's like these guys came in and said, we're going to spend what we earn. We're not going to put the club in debt, yada, yada, yada. And that's it. So I've never expected them to go out and put the big push on. I've never expected them to go out and, be a Roman Abramovich or be a Qatari kind of club.
Yeah.
So they are who they are, and that's who our owners are. And over the last couple of years, I kind of wanted them to really recognize we're a club. Look, if you own 5 different sporting teams and now they want to look at more teams, that to me that's not right, man.
That's not.
Like, I just want someone who owns Liverpool and that's their main focus, and that they're not managing and owning it from across the Atlantic and sending a couple of boys over to be embedded and run that. So the disconnect between the owners and the club has always been stark to me. It's always been clear. They made a lot of mistakes. I always said they were good at recognizing when they'd made a faux pas and then trying to roll back on it. Like, they did this because they don't understand the culture, and that's fair, man. If I went to live in America tomorrow and bought a hockey team, I don't know anything about hockey, but people say, oh, we don't really do it that way. We don't really do it this way.
No.
It's that disconnect is there, that emotional disconnect, that cultural disconnect is there, and not really understanding what it means to support the club and be a fan of the club. It's just they are, at the end of the day, even though it's sports, they are an asset management company.
Yeah.
That's what they are. They are an asset management company. And it's all based on statistics and numbers and things like that. And they back themselves on that. And they don't give fans that little bit of extra on top. And they'll point to what they've done and say, look, when we do it our way, we win.
We win, yeah.
We won
It
trophies.
might take us a while, but we win, yeah.
Yeah. So it's not like I defend them for it. It's just sort of like when your dad tells you get 5 pence pocket money a week, don't expect him to buy you a £50 or £500 PlayStation. That's what you've been told you're getting.
Yeah.
And that's what I said, okay, so we're going to work on those lines. I've always said an extra 100 million every 2 seasons, which, here or there, good players, that will push you forward. But that's not the way they look at it. So to me, it's that disconnect has always been so obvious, really. And you're not going to get a Jack Walker anymore, Fozzie. You're not going to get one. Those days are long gone.
They're gone, mate.
I remember when Steve Morgan, I know I'm going to show my age, but I remember when Steve Morgan was trying to buy the club.
Liverpool fan that took over Wolverhampton.
Yeah, he took over Wolves. And I remember it came out that he had a net worth of 300 million. That was his net worth, 300 million. I was like, this guy has no chance. 300 million? Going up against billionaires, you've got no chance.
No chance.
You've got no chance. It'd be great. He'd come in. He'd have the best of the club in his heart, but he can't compete. So I think now the time is now. PSR comes in and it means you can't. Doesn't matter how rich you are. But 5-6 years ago, a little bit more could have been done. A little bit more could have been done. Definitely. So I don't hate the guys, I don't have hate in my heart for people I've never met, but they've taken us from where we were and they built us right back up. We were in court about to get dissolved, so fair play to them for that. But now now that they've taken our asset and they built it up, maybe it's time that they sell it in the summer, especially. Like, I'm like you, Fozzie. I don't know. I don't want to say I don't want to quote you, but I'm expecting a big summer. I am. I'm expecting a lot of people to leave this summer, and I'm expecting a lot of people to come in. Yeah. Maybe not I'm thinking like a 6 out, 4 in kind of thing, but quality. Yeah. But it has to be done. This summer, it has to be done. And if it isn't, then I'll wash my hands and say, look, just go. Get your 3-4 billion for the club or whatever and hand it over. And let's see where we go. But I don't want an oil state or anything taking us over, so it's difficult. But I think they will point to, oh well, we gave you this, we gave you that, but it's the emotional connection isn't there. It's
You can't
lost in
force it,
football.
bro. You can't force things like that, like it's like you said, like if I buy an American football team, I won't have that passion that I have for football. You know what I mean? Like, I won't have that same passion because it's two different sports. And I grew up on watching football, proper football, not the American one. You know what I mean? So
I'm not keen on multi-club ownership.
Yeah.
That is a phenomenon, and it's an increasing phenomenon in modern football. Multi-club ownership. I'm not a fan of that in any way, shape, or form. I think it's taken us in the wrong direction. But it is what it is.
Yeah, 100%. Listen, Brian, great points there, bro. Great points. So I want to have enough of this, FSG thing. I want to move to the next thing, which is the transfer, guys. We've been linked with this boy. Sorry about the chat, guys. Honestly, but keep it coming, man. We'll read it out, obviously. Steve says the new Champions League format is mad, based on the best 8 teams finishing top 8. If top teams fail to do so, then top teams meet in the last 16. It's weird. It's a very strange format, but I felt sorry for Atletico Madrid as well, guys. That penalty. If a goalkeeper comes out of his line and saves obviously a penalty, it has to be retaken, right? So why can't they do the same thing if a guy makes a mistake? If it is an honest mistake, it wasn't like he meant to hit his other foot or anything like that. I mean, it's I know it's the rules, but I think it's harsh. I honestly think.
Of course it is.
I mean, Real Madrid getting through like that should be ashamed of themselves, to be fair.
Well, you know what it is. Real Madrid's always gonna get through in a little. Do you know what I mean? You understand? It's always gonna happen when it comes to Real Madrid, isn't it? Yeah. Something to be expected. Excuse me.
Yeah. So, guys, I saw this obviously around Twitter and all the social medias about Isak going to Liverpool Football Club. What do you guys think about that, JK? What do you think about that, bro? I don't know if JK is there. Oh, Nalante?
You want to go?
They probably went to sleep. But yeah, go on, Uncle Rods. What do you think about that? Like, do you prefer JK? Alexander Isak?
It's a good thing being linked with him, but my only problem is that doesn't solve all our problems. You know what I mean? That's all our problems, and I've got this strange feeling that they will get Alexander Isak. It's not like they got him and they spent about 80 or 90 million for him. Do you know what I mean? Because I can't see them spend. Put this way, I couldn't see them spending sort of like more than sort of like 80 million for him. But I'm just going to give them the benefit of the doubt, saying that 80 or 90. So they do that, they get that. I think that's about the only person you'll see come through the door. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's the only person you're going to see come through the door where, where we need other people sort of like, in the squad. I mean, and I think that's what I'll talk about, where they do like the bare minimum, because as Brian says, they haven't really got the same passion as us. I mean, I respect the fact of like what they done for the club. You know what I mean? You got to respect that, right? But they must be able to see, because we can see, they needed to do it a bit more. Do you know what I mean? Just a bit more when they come to the club. I mean, there's one season, and they obviously that season when Virgil van Dijk was out and Matip was out and Joe Gomez got injured. We had 3 centre backs out, and we had to put Fabinho and Henderson as centre backs. Do you know what I mean? We had to do that. You know what I mean? Now, really and truly, right? If you're supposed to be like these good owners and like these good owners that's helped us through, you know what I mean? Helped us like in our dark times. You know what I mean? Right? You should have been able to recognize that and say, look, you know what I mean? You didn't have to spend a whole heap of money. You could have gone out and, you know what I mean, to sort of like France. You could have gone to Spain and got 2 centre backs, and then that could just sort of like literally get us over the line. You know what I mean? And we could have used them as squad players. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The 2 players that they did get, right, was one that they got was a hologram. The other one they got talked into getting that player on loan. Do you know what I mean? So they're never going to keep him. So it's those little things that they do. Do you know what I mean? That sort of like kind of like in respects to sort of like them being the owners. Yeah. You start to question how good an owner they are. Do you know what I mean? You know, I mean, they've done some good things in the past. You know, we've got like a Champions League, and we've got like won the league first in 30 years, FA Cup and League Cup. So they've attained some silverware as such. But like, if you think about what they could have done to what they did do, is in pale comparison. But talking about Alexander Isak, do you know what I mean? He's a good player, and I think he will do well with our squad, no doubt about that. But we have to sort of like, obviously, get more players. Do you know what I mean? Get more players to sort of like, so they can compensate him, because like people like Luis Diaz, I'm probably expecting him to sort of like go with this in summer, because like he's not really up to what we want. Do you know what I mean? But Isak, if that can happen, I'll be very happy. But obviously, we can't stop there. You know what I mean? We can't stop there. Just get Isak and say, right, you know what? The window's closed for us now. We're not going to do anymore. And I just fear at the end of the day, if Isak is their number one target and they go for Isak, I just fear at the end of the day they're going to say, well, look, right, we've got the player. The transfer window's closed now. That's going to be it.
It's not an argument that they're better owners than Hicks and Gillette. Of course, they're better owners than Hicks and Gillette. Anyone other than would be better owners than Hicks and Gillette. But they just haven't put enough money in over the years. And it wouldn't have took a whole lot more to have made Klopp that little bit more competitive with Guardiola. It would have just took a few more signings at the right time, and we could have had more trophies. But we are where we are. I don't think we're going to get bought anytime soon. I don't think they're going to sell us anytime soon. So we've just got to buckle in and sit tight and hope they do the right thing in the summer. But if they don't, I mean, we're all going to be pissed off. I will lose me rag this summer if we make a mess of it. If we buy the wrong players or not enough players, I won't be happy. We need a good summer because we haven't had nothing for a couple of windows. And it's got to be done. We've got to get it right this summer. We've got to identify the right players and bring them in, ones who really want to play for us. And there's plenty out there. Like, we are still an attractive club despite going out the Champions League. We're about to pick up the league title, hopefully, and the cup on Sunday if all things go well. So we're an attractive club to join. There won't be any shortage of players who want to join us. And surely the time that Edwards and Hughes have had so far is enough to have identified some players. Don't tell me the time that they've had so far isn't enough to find us some signings in whatever position you're talking about. Because there's players out there everywhere, isn't there? I'm expecting big things from them this summer. I think we all are, aren't we?
No, you know what I'll do? You know what I'll do? So to cut across you just quick. You know, I will do.
Let me just read the comments, mate.
Go on.
I'm not a fan of SOS or Breadman TV. They do not speak for me. I can call out our owners, and because I don't want press passes or VIP hospitality. That's what they get. Spot on. Because you could explain that. I'm sure we see something on LFC TV nowadays, like people from Redmond TV working on there nowadays, don't they?
Yeah. So I saw Errol on there the other day, and this is it. And you can agree on it, but you have to be balanced in this. Like, you've got to be balanced. You can't be all one way, another, and you know what I mean. And that's the thing. When we discuss things, we're gonna have different opinions, but I believe. Sorry. Sorry, Rod's business deals.
Sorry, bro.
Business deals around you, little sly one.
On the phone.
Exactly. Yeah. Can you check with Rods, please? No, that's fine. That's good, man. But no, what I was going to say is on to look, we can all have opinions, and no one will spot of the comment. Look, so we can all have opinions. We can agree to disagree, but in life, you've got to have balance. You can't just see it one way and all the other. We've got, like I said, for instance, and I know this is a boring cliche. I'm just going to use a name, like, for instance, Darwin. And I mean, Brian can tell for himself. You've got people saying Darwin's the worst striker in Liverpool history. I'm sorry, brother. You're the person who said that who's encompassed. You don't know football, brother. Because I've seen worse. And look, I didn't want him in the first place. But again, as Jake always says, I'm not going to disrespect the player. Any player, there's transfers that's going to come in. We agree, we don't agree. But you give the chance and it don't work, move on. Brian can say, he wanted Darwin. And after he's own, he's bro. You can say it yourself, bro. Sorry, bro. I'm gonna let you go on. But yeah, after 6 months. Okay, bro. Sorry, and Brian, as Brian said previously, after 6 months, his opinion was like, no, not for me, and that's it. It's just pretty straightforward. We're not here to beg. We're not here to. We're gonna have real conversations. And I'm not saying we're better than everyone. No, all I'm saying is in life you get balance. You don't lick ass. You don't kiss ass. Yeah, I like football, but my life, for instance, I've got kids, but I support the club, but my kids are more important than Liverpool Football Club. And that's just real. I'm not gonna start kissing and stuff like that. Oh, kids are I'm gonna, I'll kiss ass. Yeah, I can let John Henry's boots or being sitting in the boardroom. What we're gonna talk about? What Pella and pies and the old American way? I mean, no, you know what I mean? They just got to be balanced. And I'll give you just before the guys will say their opinions. Just another thing. For instance, but like Slot, like fair play. Look, I've said it a million one times, and I think JK and Brian did say a little bit potentially depending on how the season went. I said we ain't winning the league. I said when the Klopp left, I thought, oh god, Slot was not my first choice. I wanted Hansi Flick, but again, and then when it was Amorim and Flick, I wanted possibly Amorim, but it was Slot. I was like, all right, fair play. Let's see what he can do. I thought this was just going to be, it's going to be more, what's the word? More rotation, more, you have to build up again, 2-year project. I thought it was going to be a top 4 in a cup run. And, this season we're projected to, win the big one and potentially the Carabao Cup. But what I'm saying is, as much as he's done that, he is immune to criticism, but these top players don't like it. Some of his brothers don't like it. For instance, I've been saying, and he should have rotated the squad, in certain games, not all, and he hasn't. And yes, people can say we're clear, but it backfired. And it's the games I've watched the last games, and we've won and we've drawn.
I think he
Lee, yeah,
like on the legs, and it just run out at the wrong time when we come up against PSG. That exposed it all, didn't it? Like, I mean,
that's it, Lee.
Criticising him, he's done brilliantly. There's nothing more you can say, but it's been a brilliant season.
Can I be honest with you, Lee? And Uncle Rose and Brian and JK. To me, like, I know we want the finished article manager, like, to replace Klopp. I know that, but the thing is, he ain't the finished article. He's just coming to the job and he's learning on the job. It would have been great if he had an English coach with him that knows around the Premier League and knows Liverpool Football Club inside and out to assist in the season.
Excuse me.
He chose not to do that. You know what I mean? And he chose to get his own coaching staff in, and keep the analytic team and the medic team and all that stuff, and some of the obviously backroom staff. He's just learning on the job. That's what I see, and he's making mistakes, which you expect from a guy that's learning on the job. So I'm looking at next season. I think he will improve as a manager. He will learn from what he's seen this season. He went with players that belong to Klopp. You know what I mean? He didn't really sign anyone. Forget about the Chiesa thing, but he didn't really sign anyone. So he gave these players a chance. They're potentially going to win the cup for him on Sunday, and they're potentially going to win the Premier League for him at the end of the season. So if someone said this to you in the beginning of the season, you would have snapped every finger off the arm. Let's just be honest, guys. So this is why I say we need to calm down as fans. You know what I mean? We don't want to be falling for the trap of our rivals, which this is what they want. As soon as we lose a game or something happens, they jump on it and they start, criticizing Liverpool, and then it makes Liverpool fans angry, and we start criticizing our team and all that stuff. But just take it from a point of view of a new manager. We didn't expect to be the manager at Liverpool Football Club, but he's won us the league. Many managers before him couldn't do it apart from Klopp. Don't forget that, guys. So just keep it calm. You know what I mean? I'm sure he will learn from this next season, and I wouldn't swap him with anybody right now. As a manager, I would never swap anyone with Arne Slot. The way he acts around the football club, the way he's around the football club, and he makes sure. What I like about him, he makes sure the players know what club they're playing for. He always says that Liverpool's a world-class team, and I'm expecting these players to know that. You know what I mean? He always brings up, doesn't he? He always talks about that.
Given the type of manager we've seen here so far, I'm sure he learned from that defeat against PSG and we will be better next season for in the Champions League. He learned the limits of his players' capabilities, didn't he? Really, in that game.
The only thing I would say to that, in response to that, my only pushback would be after having something like Young Klopp, where obviously what he done with the team, what he done with the club, took us forward and won this and won that, and we all know we could have won more if Klopp had the backing, so forth, right? To me, at the day, like having a head coach that's learning on the job seems to me as going backwards. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I want, after somebody like Klopp, I would want somebody that's going to come in and hit the ground running. Now we are going to be banking on a situation as that they will look. He lost the other night in against PSG. A lot of it probably was down to lack of experience and some mistakes to be. Now we're banking on the situation at the day that's like, look, you know what? Next season he's going to do it right. But I'm just thinking at the day, what if next season comes at the day and he's making the same mistakes? Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. I would have preferred at the day, you know what I mean? Nothing against Slot because, at the end of the day, I don't know him, so I can't dislike him in any way.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? But my gripe was at the day is the lack of experience that he had coming into Liverpool. You're coming into a sort of like a.
No, the thing is, Uncle Ross, any manager would have had lack of experience.
No. What is it? What is it? You go at when you sort of like go and like get another manager at the day, it has to be either at the day on the same part as the one that's going, or or better than the one that's going. If that cannot be achieved at the day, well, then what you do in the day, you move heaven and earth to keep what you've got. And I wasn't prepared to do that. Do you know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm saying?
But this is the club we're at, Unks. You know what I mean? The club we're at doesn't go down that route. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I know that. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
I know that.
Always going to go down this route. Unfortunately, the ownership.
No. I know that. That's what I'm trying to say. I know that. But what I'm trying to say, I'm just talking about my preference of what I
know what you mean. I know what you
want to happen.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is about it, we got Arne Slot now, and there's nothing we can do about it. We've got Arne Slot. We just got hope at the day that obviously next season and day he learns from a lot of mistakes that he done this season. One of the biggest mistakes he done that I can see was in the PSG game when he had obviously a really fit Chiesa on the bench, but he chose to use a half fit player in Gakpo. That's a one big mistake. So I'm hoping that the day that he rotates.
Yeah, for me, he's done well.
Go on, JK.
I hope he rotates for the squad more better and learns from his mistakes. That's about all.
Big up, Bunks.
Exactly. I agree with what you just said there, Uncle Rod. The rotation part of the game would have been used really well in the last month. It needed to be used. That's why Nalante goes on about it. And I realised that. Like, for me, Gravenberch and Sabotza, last 2-3 games, in both PSG games, bro, non-existent. Like, where were they?
Nope.
And that's why we probably lost that tie.
We need alternatives, don't we, to Gravenberch and McAllister? We need a player who's got a profile similar to, because he must be out there, there must be a player with a similar profile.
JK.
Who could be used
but for me, Lee.
JK. JK. Can I just say something quickly? Sorry, JK. I know you're going to say your point. Can I just say something quickly just on that? And I'll just let you go. Apologies, bro. I just wanted to emphasize quickly is, look, end of the day, what I was just saying, referring to Slot, is the fact that, listen, we're going to appreciate at the end of the season, mate, I'm going to be there in Liverpool, brother. We're all going to be there. We're going to link up.
100%.
Have some, jollof, jerk, chicken or ass, whatever you want, man. We'll celebrate. We'll be up there. Come on, man. We're going to be up there, you know what I mean? If I don't see any of you up there, I'm going to cuss all of you. But anyway, but look, the fact that the matter of this Slot, we appreciate them. But what I'm saying is that as a squad, we have to rotate. You have to rotate. Pep, all these great managers, Josie, you think they play the same 11? No. How many games of cup games rotate? Certain games, you don't need to play a Salah. I'm sorry, you don't need to pay Salah. You can rest him. Like the problem is, and people want to say about the players. We can upgrade. Sorry, JK, and I'll just finish. I'll just say quickly. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, regardless what you think of an Endo or Jones, etc., the players have done a job for us. I wasn't a big Endo fan. I didn't want him at the club. But he's proved himself. And if you prove yourself, what can I say? You don't want him, just let these men do a job. They're good enough to do a job for a game or two. And then end of the season, do what you want. But that's my thing. Slot has gotten a bit arrogant with it. And from my manager saying that I work with 15, 16 players squad, that is alarming to me because I don't want to hear that. You want to do 15, 16 squad, do that in the other leagues, but not the Premier League. Because if that's what he really thinks, we ain't winning jack next season. That's all I'm going to say. This Premier League is a 22, 23 man squad. Pep, all these players use their players to the best of position. And that's it. You know, just use the players effectively. PSG were affected because of it. I'm not saying it's the only reason, but like a certain man are just shattered. And people want to go on about PSG's midfield. I believe, you know, well, Dom, not so much. Rather Mac on the day, like Mac was on point. I thought he's one of the few players that gets credit. He was on job. Like he done the best. Well, when they're on form, they can come back PSG. But again, these things are build up. Yes, we can have moments, and that's all I say about Slot. Just no arrogance towards playing your 11 all the time because he's, like I said, well, you know, yes, he's not affecting our season, the whole of it, but it costs us the Champions League. And yeah, you can't, please don't tell the press a 15, 16 man squad. That's not my manager. I don't want to hear manager make silly comments like that. That's all. Sorry, JK. Go on. Apologies.
No, just for me, if Endo and Jones can't do a job against Southampton last week, they shouldn't be at the club then. That's the game, Gravenberch and
the Southampton game is at home, yeah?
Yeah, last week. Yep. For me, Endo and Gravenberch should have played that. Endo and Jones.
Yeah.
With the benefits of hindsight, it really doesn't look that way, doesn't it? That we should have rotated there. He admitted he should have rotated Sobo. He should have admitted that
a big game Tuesday. Got a big game Tuesday against PSG. Rest Gravenberch. Simple. So
he's had so many minutes, hasn't he, Gravenberch? He's had many more than Sobo's, like, put it that way.
Crazy.
Yes. He should have played on Tuesday night, right? He should have played a 4-man midfield. I would have literally played a 4-man midfield on Tuesday night because what it wasn't, and we was just getting cut open in midfield. All night we was getting cut open in midfield. And it was down to the defenders, like, you know, obviously Konate, Virgil van Dijk and Robertson and Trent and they to defend. We was getting cut open. You should have literally played a 4-man midfield, drop Szoboszlai back. Do you know what I mean? And he got 3 in midfield in there, and you bring on an extra midfield, obviously with Curtis Jones. You could have played a 4-4-2. I would have played a 4-4-2, bro. I would have literally put like Salah and Jota up front. You know what I mean? 4-4-2. Make it hard for them, but you're making it easy for them because at the end of the day you're not rotating. And I think that kind of sort of like, you know, it kind of gets me because what he's trying to say in the day is like in the Eredivisie, and I paid a 15 and 16 man squad. You know what I mean, right? And like I won shit. Yeah. But this is not the Eredivisie. This is the Premiership, right? This is levels above Eredivisie. You can't be doing that, and he can't be making those statements. As Nolante said, I don't want to hear that again. Seriously.
Brian, do you agree with this? Obviously, what they said about the head coach. Brian is there. Brian, are you there?
Brian,
are you there? Nah, never mind. Don't worry. I think he's away from the computer. Yeah. I don't know what he said, guys, because I can't really intervene on what he said. If he said that, it's the wrong way of going about it. You can't really compare the both leagues, two different leagues. Obviously, the Eredivisie is not a quality league in regards to, you know, the players they have there, the competitiveness of the league, and all that stuff. If you know what I mean. But as I said earlier, he's going to learn from this. I'm hoping he learns from this because I can't imagine another season doing the same mistakes again. If you know what I mean. So.
For me, bro, he really made
in the signings, in it, JK. That's what he needs to do. But carry on, JK. Go on.
But for me, bro, come on. Like when the season started, if we said he was going to wrap up a Premier League and a League Cup in his first season, this man's accelerating. I'm going to carry on with that mentality. For me, I just feel the last few weeks, he hasn't used his players enough to handle that PSG second leg game. For me, that Southampton game was telling. Even though we won it,
I've never seen you so upset, JK. You know, you was upset when I was talking to you on the phone. I said, "Wow, this is the first time," and I'm telling you to calm down. It's normally me.
As a first.
Yeah, as a first, it's normally me, man. But I said, right. But carry on, JK. So,
yeah, man. But for me, that second leg was an important game, bro. Because for me, the 15-point gap in the Premier League gave us breathing space in the Champions League.
Yeah,
and we sort of messed it up. So he will learn from that. But 2 trophies out of 4, come on, man.
Come on.
Let's take that. I'm taking it.
Oh, yeah, you take it all day long, man.
Both hands, man.
You take it all day long. That's right.
2020 with Man United. When we've wrapped up, job done.
100%, bro.
Because they ain't winning shit this season, Man United, are they?
Well, not be funny if they win the Europa League. Still in the Europa League.
I don't think they win that because I reckon what's going to happen in days is like Sociedad at the day was never going to be a match for sort of like anybody in the Premiership. You know what I mean? If anybody's serious, then you're not going to be getting a match for them. But like, I reckon I reckon what's going to happen. They got Lyon next. Yeah, they got Lyon.
Very good.
Lyon are good, you know. They could actually beat.
I haven't seen them play, so I don't know.
No, they're good. They got that guy. They got that guy with Ryan Shirtsky or something like that. Is it Ryan?
Shirtsky.
Yeah, he ain't too shabby, you know. He's not too shabby. Do you know what I mean? So I reckon Leon could beat him, you know. There's still some teams in the Europa Cup that can actually sort of like, you know, take Man United apart, like Lazio and all them teams there. Do you know what I mean? Still got some ballers in there still.
And if you lose to Man United, you're not a very good team, are you? Let's be honest, man. Zubimendi didn't look good, did he, yesterday?
Nah, he looked kind of shaky, didn't he?
Goodness gracious me, man.
Yeah, because you know what it is at the day, right? It's all to go across. He's not being funny at the day, right? Zubimendi's in a shit team. Excuse my language, you know what I mean?
Well, he chose that, didn't he? He can't.
Yeah, he has been chose, but I reckon at the end of the day, if he came to Liverpool, it would be much more better than what you saw the other night. That's what I think.
100%, man. 100%. Guys, obviously, we're gonna obviously talk about the Carling Cup League Cup final, Carabao Cup final. I guess Newcastle. How do you guys think this game is gonna go? Because I'm a bit nervous. I'm really, really a bit nervous about this game.
Go
on, JK.
Bro, for me, this is if you do something really bad, you got to do something good next, and this is the opportunity to do that. Simple as. So the players know after winning it last year, we've got to do it again. I'm not nervous about this game. We'll win this.
What about you, Lee?
Yeah, I'm hoping that the 5-day rest will help. That we have 5 days rather than the 3 that we've been having of late, more often than not. Hopefully we'll have regrouped and everything, and he'll have had a good word in Giroud's ear about, you know, the game and that his position and blah 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 blah. Because it'll be a big game for Giroud. This like a final, start the final. It's a good one for the lad. He'll probably be up against Harvey Barnes more than likely as well.
Yeah.
So the only other option we'd have at right back is Endo, but I reckon Giroud's mobility and athleticism over Endo, the pace, give him the nod would be the better shout, wouldn't it? Been called up for the England squad, which is always great. Yeah, it's going to be a good game. I think we'll win. I don't want it to go to extra time, but you know, if it takes that to win, okay. I'd just like it to be done in 90 minutes, hopefully. I like to get an early goal, settle the nerves, you know what I mean? If we get an early goal, we could see a really good performance now, you know, sort of re-announce ourselves as the side we usually are after Tuesdays happening.
But pre-game, Newcastle have had a good week. Monday they beat West Ham away 1-0. Next day we played an extra time, went to penalties, got injuries. and we lost. So they've had a good sort of run up to this game before us, for example. Hence why we got to just step it up a little bit.
But we were saying before, where we finals are more our thing. We are in finals a lot more often than Newcastle. They'll be pumped up for it, obviously, because they rarely get to finals. But maybe our experience on the big day will see us through. We'll have the knowledge to get it done. And they'll have to wait a little bit longer. Sorry, you can, I'm happy for them to win anything, whenever. I'm okay with Newcastle, but not tomorrow, obviously. They'll have to wait a bit longer.
Big up, Lee. Is Brian there yet? Is Brian there, or is he?
Yeah, I'm just letting the lads do their thing.
Oh, go on. Right, you can speak, guys. This is freestyle. Like, you can speak whenever you want. I'm not the judge, the jury, anything like that. Wherever you want to speak, you can speak. Go on, Brian. Go for it, brother. Everybody can speak the way they want to speak. Go on, bro.
Well, just on Isaac, I'd buy him tomorrow. It's not about the players we have. It's just if you've got a guy out there that's capable of doing what he's doing. Only real tough to get him out there because they don't have to sell. Doesn't have to sell. Yeah, then it becomes a lot heavier. I don't get him to Arsenal links. Why would he go to Arsenal?
Doesn't make sense.
What have they done that he's that's the destination. That's where I want to be. Yeah. If we were prepared to put the money down for him, you could get 55, 60 million for a Darwin Núñez, who's obviously clearly going to leave in the summer. His time at Liverpool, it's probably come to an end now at this stage. And there's been offers there from, I'm not having to go with anybody, but anybody that thinks Atletico Madrid would swap Julian Alvarez for Darwin Núñez is living on a different planet.
I'm a big believer, Brian. Not swap, obviously, swap, but with money. I'm saying, with money.
Oh, you'd have to, but he's contracted at Atletico Madrid till 2030.
Madrid, as far as I'm aware, bro, they do make deals. They don't really hold on.
They will, but you got to put a lot of money. They spent 70 on him. They spent 70 on him a year ago, and he's doing real well for him. So I don't really. I don't get that one. I don't see that one. Maybe they might take him.
Do you know what I say, Brian? Sorry to interrupt. You know what I say? Let me say something, guys. Here, Isak is an out-and-out striker. He's not a number 10. He's not a winger. He doesn't do that stuff. Like, he's just an out-and-out striker. The reason I brought up Alvarez, this was, I don't know, it was a while ago. I brought it up. It wasn't just now. I've done a video about it. That's on my videos, a pre-recorded one. What I said was, Alvarez is more suited to us than any other striker. I'll tell you why. Because the opponents we face, sometimes we face a deep line defending team, right? And we can't open them up. Then you need someone like Firmino, don't you, to drop off. And then we set up the wingers to get in there and get the goals. He can do that. He can play in 3 positions. If you spend, obviously, if you give them Darwin Núñez plus 50 million, whatever it is, it's still a good deal because you're getting 3 players in one. He can play at wide, he could play as a number 10, and he could play as a number 9. So whatever formation you want to play on that pitch, Alvarez is the one that can suit. And not only that, if players get injured in the wing or whatever it is, he's there to be that cover as well if you need him to be. This is what I'm trying to say to you guys. So you could spend 100 million on whatever it is, but you're getting 3 players in one. That's what I mean, Brian. With Isak, is a striker. It's like a Jota. It's a lottery. I mean, if he gets you goals, he gets you goals. If he gets injured, he gets injured. But he doesn't offer you anything else. This is why I said Alvarez, he can do everything, bro. And he's a clinical finisher. I don't know what you're saying about Atletico Madrid, but I watched Atletico Madrid in the past with Simeone. He always makes deals. He always, as long as the deal is right for them. And you're saying, why would they swap Darwin Núñez plus cash? Of course they could, because the way I'm looking at it is Darwin Núñez is the same age as him, and he's Spanish speaking, and in that league he'd be more suited to it because it's a wider pitch. He's got pace to burn, and he could do a lot more than what he could do in the tight pitches of the Premier League, if you know what I mean, brother.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Like, I'm looking at overall, there's certain games that we play, the player that can suit every game that's difficult or easy for us, and that's Alvarez. You know what I mean? That's why I brought him up. You see him in the Champions League, guys. He's a clinical striker, and not only is he clinical, he's hard working. He plays for the team. He runs up and down that pitch. And what do Liverpool like? Players like that. That's the difference between
Remember Atletico Madrid? Remember Atletico Madrid brought João Felix from Benfica for about 100 million. Yeah. And then he went on loan like 2 or 3 seasons. He went on loan to Chelsea. You know what I mean? Did a half a season on loan. Then he went back to Atletico. I think they loaned him out somewhere else. They loaned him out somewhere else. I don't know if it's Barcelona or whatever. But they loaned him out somewhere else. Yeah. And then he came back. And then he got sold to Chelsea for 35 million in the end. 35 million they bought it for in the end. Do you know what I mean? And now he's on loan at AC Milan. He's on loan at AC Milan. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, you could be right there. Atletico do make deals.
I'll tell you the story I seen on my phone earlier today that we're interested in Dembele. The FSG have stated that we want him, apparently. Like, I don't know what.
Barcelona Dembele.
Yeah, the PSG Dembele, who we've just played against, they said they were impressed with the way he cut us to bits with his pace and all this. It said the article, and it said FSG are interested in bringing him to Anfield.
Well, they've been interested. This has been an interest, and they've shown it. From when he was at Barcelona, they still didn't do nothing. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's just like you know. I mean, I don't doubt, and that you know, obviously, you know, what you're saying is true. But like, you know, the thing is with that situation is that they was interested in when he was at Barcelona.
They're not a Salon club anyway, PSG, are they really? Like, he's one of their best players. They're not a Salon club.
Exactly.
Yeah, to me, at the end of the day, you know what I would do? Yeah, if I was FSG, I know it's not going to happen. Yeah, I would literally buy Isaac, Cunha, and João Pedro. I'll buy all 3 of them. I'll buy all 3 of them. You know what I mean? Show them that we ain't messing about, man. I'll buy all 3 of them. Sod it. You know what I mean?
I wish we could.
I think that's the reason.
Well, Brian, so what do you think what I said, mate? Let me ask you before. Carry on, though.
Yeah, no, Alvarez, like you said, man, he's a top. I just think in terms of difficulty in terms of doing a deal, that's right up there. That is going to be right up there. And are they going to, I think there's a reason Cunha, 62 million release clause, signs a new contract at Wolves with the express intention of leaving this summer, you know, and giving them a good, because they paid a lot of money for Cunha. They paid like 42 million for Cunha. So they're going to want money back on that. So a 62 million release clause. And we've been known to break open release clauses with Dominic Szoboszlai. Yeah. Release clause, go and do it. McAllister, he did the same at Brighton. He would have been free to go that summer, but he signed a new deal, I think, around this time of year. He would have been free in the summer. And he, out of loyalty to Brighton, signed a new deal, 35 million release clause. We went there, gave him their 35 million. The Alvarez one, I would take him all day. Maybe we missed our shout, you know, to get him to England when he went to City. Yeah. I think it can just be, but I agree with you, and he's world class. I just think the Nunez bit could be left to one side in that. He hasn't done his reputation any good at all in England, on any level, really, other than somehow hypnotizing a shitload of fans into thinking he's the best thing since Pele, you know, which I don't fair play to the guy. Maybe he has a career in magic, stage illusionist or something. You go to Vegas and hypnotize tigers or something. I mean, he's got those eyes, maybe, you know, maybe that's what he's good at. Siegfried Nunez, anybody like to sign a Siegfried Nunez? Get some of that shit going on. But yeah, look, the guy, he's an asset that could be sold. Saudi came in with big money in January. He wanted to leave. He wasn't happy. He wanted to go to Saudi because he's not happy here anymore. And that's fair enough. I'm not blaming the fans. I asked Norman, who goes to the ground. He goes to every single game. And I asked him, have the fans that matter, the ones that are at the ground, have they ever turned on Darwin Núñez? And he said it's the opposite. Yeah. All the fans in the ground have ever done is support Darwin Núñez. When he misses chances, they sing his name louder than they did
when he
before.
misses. Yeah.
They sing his name over, and when he misses chances, it's a few weirdos online and a few people who just want content to make, and they come out with big statements. Yeah. I'll go back to I watched an interview with Jan Molby a couple of weeks ago on, I think it's Index. He does a thing now on Index, and he said, he said that fans think that footballers are a lot more thin-skinned and sensitive than they actually are. He said players are nowhere near as thin-skinned and sensitive as fans seem to think they are. Darwin Núñez, these are grown people. They don't get as hurt. He's deleted his profile more times than I've deleted my profile. It's like he's been out there. He knows he's had nothing but support from the people at Anfield that sing his name week in, week out. This guy's had nothing but support from the faithful.
Yeah, nobody can say anything other than that.
Nothing but support. So it hasn't worked out. It doesn't work out for everybody. He had 3 years of chances. So move on. And I've always said it, Fozzie, I said it a year ago.
Yeah.
Everything about Darwin Núñez says Atletico Madrid to me. They love a nutcase striker. They love a crazy striker. They love that big character. South American. Yeah, they've had all of them. They've had all of them. They've had Luis Suarez. They've had Diego Costa. They've had Forlan. They've had all these boys. They love these big characters. And he would be welcomed with open arms there. And he would probably do okay there. But if you want to get money to put in the bank, it'll be the Saudis that will give you that money. And they'll offer him 400 grand a week to go over there, and he'd be happy to take it. So you do that, then you got some money in the bank.
Yeah.
Bring in an Isak. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Go and I've, like the stuff about Isak being injury prone. He's had one big injury.
100%.
He's missed games, yes, but he's had one big injury, and that was in his first season at Newcastle.
Yep.
And he missed a big chunk of games because of that. Ever since then, he's had bits and pieces, but they're only bits and pieces. And that's a couple of games here and there. So that's somebody, if you want to bring him in, play him in that little role there. But like someone like Cunha, I think is also, he's proven he can do it in England. I don't mind paying extra for someone who's proven to do it in England. Cunha has scored goals this season against the teams that we play against week in, week out, in the atmospheres that and he's done it for a pretty poor Wolves team.
Oh yeah,
pretty bad one.
Bad.
So you put him in a better team. Let's see what happens. I saw someone the other day said, "Oh, I don't like his temperament. He got sent off for headbutting." Darwin Núñez got sent off for headbutting someone in his third game. Joachim Anderson of Palace, he headbutted him because he couldn't keep his composure.
Yeah, I remember.
This guy could not handle the fact that we were 1-0 down against Southampton at halftime. After 40 minutes, he couldn't handle that, so he lashed out at a Southampton player, nearly himself sent off. He doesn't come on, right? So, someone like that, that's all fine. I don't mind bringing any of these players. João Pedro for 100 million. No, forget about that one.
No,
but
I won't pay that money.
No, someone in the middle. But it's Fozzie. It's like you're talking. We need someone in the middle that I think is it's a Firmino type. We're not looking for a Haaland or a Shearer or a Haaland or a Shearer, an out and out goal scorer. We need someone that can float a bit and drop a bit. And I think Isaac maybe could do that, especially with Sociedad.
I'm not opposing, right? I'm not opposing Isaac. Yeah. Everybody thinks I'm opposing Isaac.
No, I don't think they are at all. No.
Cunha definitely can do that, can't he? Cunha can do that, and he's the one who's not like priced at, Cunha's half the price or less than Isaac, isn't he? And you
62.5 million. That's the release cost for Cunha. 62.5 million.
FSG's the way FSG operates. We need more than one player. I mean, we will be bringing money in, but we need more than one player in the summer. So to see us spending the Isaac money, I can't see it. Just given on how FSG operates.
Left back DM, centre half, striker. Yeah. I think to me, this summer is a kind of a 6 out, 4 in. But the 4 to come in is a big step up in quality. It's quality. It's not a Simicast coming in. It's not an Endo coming in. It's not a whoever coming in.
We need to see the Hughes and 4 top quality wisely since they've been back at the club scouting players. hopefully this will all become apparent to us in the summer, what they've been up to, and we'll be pleasantly surprised because as soon as the window opens, hopefully we'll just move in and
But the January thing is bullshit. I just want what the lads like. The January thing is absolute bullshit because we bought Gakpo, we bought
Suarez,
VVD, we bought Suarez, we bought Diaz, we bought all those players in January. All of them were brought in January. We know you can bring in top players in January. They can hit the ground running. We should have done that. Now we're still winning the league, right?
The January signings was Nigel Spackman. He come in to give relief to Whelan and McMahon in that that brilliant title season. Like,
how old are you, Lee?
Signing him in January from Chelsea.
How do you remember that, Lee? What the hell? That's a long time ago, bro.
Oh, mate, Nigel Spackman, yeah, I was in school, I was about 14 or something like long time ago. 1987, 88. Well, as it turned into 88, we got him. But he played a big part. Spackman didn't have to play a big part. And he played against Forest in that 5-0. I was at that one.
I remember he had that, what you call it, the banner thing on his head. When he used to,
yeah. But he was good. Either Whelan or McMahon.
Yeah, but no, look, if you win the league, what do? You strengthen when you're at the top, not the bottom, right? When you're at the top, that's what Fergie would always do. And I don't like talking about Fergie, but Fergie's won more league titles than anybody else. He would sell 2 players where people would be like, what the hell is he doing getting rid of those 2? They were good last year. Fergie knew. No, their time is up. And then they bring in 2. And it'd be like,
it's one of his great strengths as a manager. But he learned from others. He'd seen that from others, notably.
But Lee, this is where Brian is right, where he said he's got no sentimentality on players. You know what I mean, guys? You can't have that feeling towards players. If they're past it, you got to move on. Then you got to go the next. That's what we used to do, innit, guys? If you look at Liverpool from the 70s and 80s, like that's what they used to do. Like we move on players. Yeah, so if we go back to that, it will save FSG a lot of money if you think about it. Burton says, breaking news, Julian Alvarez to Liverpool. I think it's a bit too early for that, bro. But yeah, we'll see. Big up.
Scott's got a ruthless streak, and we might see it in the summer because there might be some surprising exits. Might not just be the players who we're talking about potentially leaving. There could be some surprises. I think he's probably got it in him if he was allowed to make a lot of changes all at once. I mean, the less changes at once, the better. You don't want to be buying like 7 or 8 players at a time, like Chelsea do sometimes, or something daft like that. You want to be buying like 3 or 4 or 5 at the most, say, don't you? And also quality players.
Guys, I'm almost at the end, but you guys can continue if you want. But I want to do the starting lineup if you guys don't mind. We will do it together.
Cool.
Norm says the cops sang Batman tune to Na Spackman. Yeah, I remember a long time ago, man. It's good. He's very good for Liverpool. That guy. It's like Lee said that 5-0 game against Nottingham Forest. He played a big part in that game, as I remember as well. So,
they were always able to identify players that fitted our way of playing perfectly, and he did. He fitted into it perfectly. There was the odd one that didn't come off, like David Hodgson was one who didn't come off in the mid-80s. But usually, we everyone we bought did the business, and you look at the fees that we paid in them days. I don't know, it was only like about 2 bottle tops, you know what I mean?
They wanted to join Liverpool because they knew Liverpool is the biggest club. That's why it was so easy. You know, when you're at the top, you could sign players easily, isn't it, guys? Let's just be honest. It's easy to sign. Look at one club winning the Premier League, the Champions League, all that stuff. Every player, even Mbappe was talking about us. You know what I mean? So when you're at the top, everybody wants to join. So this is the opportunity we got this summer. And if we don't take advantage of it, there's something wrong with us, if you know what I mean. But yeah, let me do this though, guys. Goalkeeper. Who do you guys want as the goalkeeper?
Ali.
You don't want Kelleher in the goal? You all agree?
Ali.
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
I know the 2 boys. I know JK and Alante, I think, are pretty set on Kelleher, so I don't want to. But I know they are big on him anyway.
No. I'm Allison.
Oh, right. Well, he got. I just joined late on 12. I was watching 12-man show. It was very late, and he had Kelleher in goal, so I assumed that was the pick. But
what do you guys think about Allison, guys? Are you guys disappointed in the penalty shootout? Because a lot of people were, having a go at him about, not saving any.
Nah, because they were good pens. It's not like they were like bad pens that he should have saved. They were all hit well, weren't they? Didn't really have much.
I think there was one. I think there was one. Maybe wasn't. I think there was maybe one pen. I can't remember which.
The first one,
there was
Brian.
one that maybe thought he could have saved that, but the others, no, they were stuck past him.
Yeah.
I think the first one when the guy done it in slow motion.
Yeah.
Coutinho.
Yes. Yeah, Rod, you're right.
I think he could have. I think he could have saved that one. Do you know what I mean? And then if he saves that one, it takes the confidence out of PSG a bit. Do you know what I mean?
I think it was the Dembele one, Rod. Wasn't it? The Dembele penalty, wasn't it?
No, that was finishes.
Coutinho.
Oh, Coutinho, yes.
Coutinho.
First one, he was the first one.
Yeah, because it was the first one. He just literally walked up and he just like did it all in slow motion, and he literally just slotted it in. And I know I was like, what the F? Do you know what I mean? You know, just go for it. You know what I mean? You know.
Yeah.
But I think you see what it is. Kelleher, when it comes to penalty shootouts, Kelleher's got a better record than him when it comes to penalty shootouts. Do you know what I mean? But still, Alisson still is the best goalkeeper in the world, no doubt about that.
Who do you guys want as fullback, right back? Obviously, there's only one, but can Endo get in there, squeeze in there, or not?
Shouldn't we go for like what going 3 at back, 3-4-3?
He doesn't play that. Kwanzaa? Or someone else, guys?
Got to be, hasn't it?
No,
for me.
It's got to be. Yeah. Endo out of push, but no.
Yeah, with Trent being out and us having a centre back at right back. Okay, he's played right back before earlier in his career at youth level, but not an awful lot. I don't think he's always a centre back primarily. So it does give us a little bit more pressure on the defence to be without Trent because Bradley's out and we're having to play a centre half out there. So yeah, it'd probably be best to have Alisson in goal, I think.
Burton says Alvarez good fit for Liverpool, new number 9. I hope so, man. That's what I want. I don't know what everybody else wants. I know a lot of people want Isak.
I wouldn't mind that myself,
but,
you know.
Yeah, Alvarez is the one for me, man.
Do you know he scored about like something like 15 or 20 goals for Man City, didn't he?
Yeah, from not even as a number 9 because he had to let what's his name be number 9.
Yeah, he played everywhere.
Yeah. Obviously, Konate is fit, guys. Do you want him as a centre back or do you want Endo?
Yeah, it's got to be him.
Endo's a player that should play centrally. Like you don't want him. Really,
I'll play him in this game, Lee. I'll play him in this game. I don't know about you, but I'll play him in this game.
Of course.
Yeah. Left back, Simicaz or Robertson? Which one?
You got to go with Robertson for the experience, isn't it? For the experience.
That's Uncle Rod's. Brian?
Robbo.
JK?
Robbo as well.
Lee and Nalante. Oh, Robbo, yeah?
Yeah, Robbo.
Got the experience, isn't it?
I'll still say Simicaz. I'm on my own, so don't worry. DM position. Do you want the Endo or Gravenberch?
Endo.
Wow, that's 2. Brian?
Grav.
Lee?
Gravenberch.
And JK?
Gravenberch.
So everybody Gravenberch. I'll say Endo, but yeah, another one.
That's 3-3 then, isn't it?
No, it ain't. No, but I'm not part of I'm the decider.
The only reason I say that Endo is because of obviously we don't want to run Gravenberch into the ground. You know
it's a cup final, though, Unks. It's a cup final.
I know, but he looked.
No matter.
It was a cup final the other day against PSG, and he looked really tired. He looked really tired. Do you know what I mean?
He did.
That's the sort of like thing I would try to
120 minutes.
Yeah.
Could play Endo with him, couldn't we? Could play both of them. And
you can.
You could, but no.
Put someone on the bench and play McAllister in this role in the number 10 role. Like
you could, but no.
So do you guys want Gravenberch and McAllister next to each other there?
Yeah, Mac's got to start. Oh yeah.
Okay.
He's got to start 100%.
Number 10 role. Soboslai or Jones. Who else do you?
It's got to be Soboslai for 10 role. He does a lot. He does a lot as a 10. He gets forward, he gets back. He gets forward.
He doesn't do enough for the last few games, though, Unks. Like, he hasn't been himself.
Oh,
No.
Nah, I don't agree with that.
What Soboslai talking about? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
No, I don't agree. I think he has done a community night.
Listen, I like the guy. I'm a big fan of Soboslai. I've said a lot of things about him. You know what I mean? There's a lot more to come from him. I even said he's the most talented out of the lot. You guys might disagree with me with quality-wise, but the thing is, he doesn't let it out a lot. I've seen him a couple of times against PSG the other day. He's sort of shooting, he's passing to Salah. You know what I mean? He stopped the shot. Basically, he stopped midway to shooting just to pass to Salah. He needs to stop doing things like that. Take the damn shot, man. You know what I mean?
Fozzie, why do you think that is where he keeps the way I'd look at to me, he keeps going back into his shell. Every time I think he's come out of his shell and he's
here, innit, Brian? He's always here. You just want him to shoot.
Yeah.
But he keeps passing here. This is your right foot. Shoot at the damn goal. Like, come on. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke, man. Like, I'm thinking to myself, are you like afraid of Salah or something? But Salah should be saying something to him as well. Mate, shoot.
I ain't gonna say nothing because he's getting the glory, isn't he? He's getting the glory, mate. He ain't gonna say nothing, man.
Well, I think it could be a perfect game to lob Endo in and play Szoboszlai as well and McAllister. You know, and
I wouldn't start Sobo.
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't start Sobo.
No.
Endo gives you so much vitality and energy in midfield, don't you? Like, and take the heat off Gravenberch. You know, allow Gravenberch maybe to influence the game in a different way if Endo started with him. But I can't see it happening. I don't think he's going to do it in a final, much as some of us would like to see it.
Yeah. Guys, who do you want on the left? Gakpo is back. Diaz, Nunez.
Diaz has got to start. He's not. Diaz has to start. Unfortunately, like Gakpo is not 100%. When he came on, you could tell he wasn't 100%. There's no point risking him to start. He didn't look ready, and we know. I mean, we all know Slots. Well, we know what he thinks of Chiesa, so he's got to be Diaz.
Yeah. I agree.
All of you guys agree?
100%.
If he's fit and ready, I'd start Gakpo, but no, Diaz, I think will be.
Number 9.
Darwin.
Everybody?
Darwin.
Me.
Diogo. Jota for me.
So 2 Darwin. Anyone else Darwin?
Me.
No, you're one of the 2.
I'll see.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be Darwin. Diogo's had enough chances.
Yeah, me too.
It's got to be Darwin from the start.
JK and Lee and Brian.
I'll pick Darwin as well, bro.
That's your boy then.
I'm giving Jota another chance.
Oh, don't say it, bro. Don't say
Put
it.
it right. Put it right.
Baby, give me one more chance. I got the good luck, girl.
Well, this is the starting lineup from you guys. It's more or less it's going to be more likely this. I don't think Jota is going to get any other chance. I think he's got enough now, and
I think Kanye will start him. He just likes Joe over Nunez.
Yeah.
Well, he's.
I would start this, to be fair. Obviously, the front line.
I wouldn't.
If you thought Gakpo was fit, would you go back to what he was doing kind of early doors and go Gakpo on the left, Salah on the right, and Diaz in the false 9 type thingy? Would that be?
It did work on more than the odd occasion for us, didn't it?
Yeah.
Notably the Leverkusen game, which was against stiff opposition.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? A lot of people are saying that they don't think Gackers is ready to start. So maybe it'd be best having him on the bench. Let him come on maybe half time or something like if we need it. We see anyway. We've got 5 subs. We have got a stronger bench than them. That's one thing. Like we will have a lot more on the bench than they have.
Yeah, 100%. So that's the side lineup as you saw. Guys, what are you guys gonna do? You gonna continue or?
I'm gonna get off because I got work. I got to do the football tomorrow, ain't I?
Yeah. What about JK and?
I've got to shoot as well.
Yeah. All right, guys. thanks
No
for coming on. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. A lot of chat.
Yeah,
a
man.
lot of disagreements, a lot of agreements. That's how it is, man. That's what we want it to be. But we're all peaceful here. The chat has been fantastic. Sorry I couldn't get through the chat because we was chatting too much between us, so it's a bit difficult to get through everybody. JK, when are you going to be on next, bro? Just let the people know.
We'll do maybe tomorrow. Maybe I have to do a show mid-afternoon for the games. We'll try to get something together, me and Alante.
Brian?
Oh, I've got some stuff going on at the moment, so I'm not getting home till late, like 9:30, 10. So I'm going to be next week before I get anything together. But Uncle Rod's, man, I got my own channel now, and you have to come on that, man. I need you to be.
Oh, definitely, man. Just definitely, 100%, my friend. Because you've always shown me love on my channel. 100%.
I'll put the links in the chat.
Need me,
yeah, please.
Just give me a shout. Whenever you need me, give me a shout, and I'll come on.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Trust me, I will. Definitely.
Lee, where can people find you, brother?
Just thanks for letting us on tonight. Anyway, enjoyed the show.
Well, thanks, you guys. You're part of the channel, man. We're gonna do this more often, the night ones, especially.
Cheers, mate.
You're always welcome, all of you, man. But yeah, Lee, where can people find you apart from here?
Nowhere really online. I haven't got a channel on out like that. Just on 12th channel. On 12th channel, usually on Brian's. Be on Brian's like sometimes.
Yeah.
That's where. Cheers anyway, guys.
Yeah, big up, bro. Yeah, thank you for everybody coming on, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this because I have.
Yeah, man. It's good.
We'll be back. Hopefully, I'll be back Monday. That's what I think. Because maybe I'll do something. Yeah, maybe I'll do something on. Maybe I'll set up something for the final. Maybe I'll do a watch along. I'm not good with watch alongs on Liverpool finals, guys. You know what I mean? I'm the kind of person that likes to watch the game without any distraction.
Watching yourself.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks, Brian. Thanks, Uncle Rods. Thank you, JK. Thank you, Nolante, and thank you, Lee. Honestly, and the chat, you've been amazing. It's good to see everybody back, on the nights with us as well on the chat, and having your own debates as well as letting us know what you think and all that stuff, man. Appreciate that. As you can see, guys, the links to the channels are there. Let me just put it up.
Sorry to cut because I'm gonna do a show tomorrow evening.
Yeah.
Preview to obviously for the game on Sunday. And what I do is I put the link in the chat or obviously in the groups and that. And if anybody wants to jump in, feel free. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Feel free.
100%.
100%. Be there, Rods.
Respect, King.
All right,
and
guys.
with that, I'm frozen, so I better go. I'm frozen.
No worries. You can see the links, guys. Appreciate everybody that's on. I'll see you soon, guys. Take care, yeah. Take care, everybody.
Take care.
Appreciate everybody. Thank you very much. Take care.
Peace.
Peace out. Let's go.
Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe on LRFC Red River. Good night. Good night, everyone. Good night.